Hi guys, it's me again. I am reshooting a video I did the other day when I did all these videos and they didn't have sound. It is a book review of a book on Wattpad. It's in the fantasy and paranormal, sorry, just going. Fantasy and paranormal. It's Revenge of the Rogue Angel by xoxox, and there'll be a link in the thing below, as well as a link to my own writing. Before I start, I'd better say something. This book is written by my mother, but I'm not just going to give her loads of praise. Like, I'm going to praise her because it is a really good book, but I'm just not going to be biased. Some of you might be thinking, oh, she's just going to say it's brilliant just to get her mum more reads, but I'm honestly not. That's not how me and my mum work. If my writing's rubbish, she tells me. If my singing that I put up on here is rubbish, if she thinks there's a video that's really rubbish of me singing, she'll tell me, although she hasn't. But she will be completely honest with me. And that's what I'm going to do with this. So I'm just going to pretend it's a normal video about, like, any book on Wattpad. Completely non-biased review. So there we go. Like I said, it was Revenge of the Rogue Angel by xoxox. I actually have a summary because the summary's on my phone. But it's something, I kind of know most of it. It's something like, there were no two ways about it. Christian Sawyer's life was crap. He's basically, I can't even remember the rest. But I'll just tell you a brief sort of introduction to how the story starts. It starts with a boy named Christian, who's 13. Well, it starts on his 13th birthday. His older brother bullies him, along with his friends. His mum does nothing about it and is just an absolute cow. And his dad is nice, but he's sort of too wimpy to do anything about it. And on the 13th birthday, he gets a letter written. Well, he gets like a note written on the window pane in condensation, and they basically Christian goes down to the bottom of the garden where he meets Star, I think it is, who is a recruiter, and he's basically an angel from this place called Gardonia, so he's basically a guardian angel, and he offers Christian to come with him up to Gardonia, which is basically heaven, a new world, like a parallel universe really, and he basically goes up there, learns all this different stuff, it's a boarding school. It's a little, it's similar enough to Harry Potter for people that like that sort of thing to like this, but it's not so similar that you think you're just copying everything. Yeah. And it's really good. He goes to this magical boarding school, where everybody doesn't bully you. He wakes up the next morning, no glasses, doesn't need anything. He looks really, really he looks lovely. Like, they all wake up being handsome and stuff, and he makes all these friends, and everybody there has had a hard life and left it behind on Earth, and they're all training to be each angel trained to be different things. Like, they can be a recruiter, which are the people that go down and get the boys or the girls to come up to Gardonia. They can also be a magister, I think, which is a teacher, or they can be a guardian angelus or something, and they go down and save people. So guardian angels, basically. But it's a really good book, and it's not just all fun and games. There are a lot of things that happen. I know a brief outline-ish of the plot, which I'm not going to give away, but from what I know of it, it is very good. And I'm really excited to see where this goes. there's really nothing I can say against it. The only thing is, in a few places there might be some grammar mistakes, but that's my fault because I'm her editor and I haven't edited it yet. Basically, there's not that many grammar mistakes. The only thing is, obviously my mum's older than me. Don't get offended by that, please. I love you all. She's not old by any means. Just backtrack now. But yeah, she's not old by any means, but she's older than me, obviously. And most people on Wattpad that write are sort of my age or a little bit above. There are other ones, but it's more of a generation thing. So what they were taught back then, apostrophes and things like that, we weren't taught. We're taught differently. So literally, that's all it is. It's just to do with that. So, you know, I really can't fault it, apart from a few little places in which I will edit. And I hate grammar mistakes, and there is by no means a lot. There are like one or two. Everybody has grammar mistakes. I'm like the biggest grammar person ever, and even my completed novel has grammar mistakes somewhere, I'm sure. Like, when I go through an edit, I never, like, this is really bad, I never proofread. That's just one of the things that, because if I proofread, I'll never post anything, because I'll just want it to be perfect. I'm a perfectionist. So I just kind of go for it, if you know what I mean. So there's going to be mistakes. There's mistakes in everybody's. But if you really like this sort of thing, you will really like this. It's on 14 parts so far. Surpassed 6,000 reads now, which is pretty good. And I mean, she's doing a law degree, my mum is, so she doesn't have that much time to promote it now. But it's holding its own on the What's Hot lists and things like that. Well, obviously not What's Hot, because that's disappeared, but there is no What's Hot list anymore. But on the lists of how popular from each genre it is, it's holding its own. And it's really just, if I came across it, I'd read it. Like, it's the sort of summary that I would see and be like, I want to read this. So it's definitely my type of thing. If you like paranormal stuff, fantasy stuff, action, adventure, it really appeals for all ages. It's written in third person, which I love. I absolutely adore third person. I'd have written my own stuff, my own novel in third person if it would have fitted, but it doesn't. You have to do first person. And I just really, really enjoyed it. I really enjoy reading it. I'm really eager for updates. I've read the next chapter because my mum read it to me, but she sort of like hasn't updated it yet. She updates another one as she writes another one, if that makes sense. So she's always got one in the bank. And it's just, it is really good, and I'm not just saying that. There's not a lot I can say without spoiling things, but it is really good. And just, if you like Harry Potter and all that sort of thing, you'll like this. As I say, it's got similarities, but the plot's not the same. It's not enough for you to think, oh, okay, she's just a rip-off of J.K. Rowling, because she's not by any means. It is really good, and I would just seriously suggest you go and read it, because, like, I always thought my mum would be good at it anyway, because she's very literate like me. She's a bookworm, and when she said she was going to write something and she told me the idea, I was like, well, is this good? Because my novel was actually complete by the time she started it. But yeah, it's just, I would just really suggest you go and see it. I'm really excited about the next few chapters because it's really got exciting now. So, I mean, the chapter lengths are a good chapter length. They're not too long, but they're not too short. And just, yeah, I can't really praise it enough. It's just really good. So yeah, I would give this 4 stars out of 5 because I never give anything that much. Like, there's always room for improvement, especially with Wattpad books, non-published books. Yeah, 4 out of 5 stars. It's really good. Definitely worth a read, and the link will be in the description. Link in description will also be to my Goodreads account, to my Twitter account, and to my writing account. So yeah, go follow me and see what I'm reading and stuff. Next video will be a library book haul, I expect. on Thursday, hopefully, or it might be filmed on Friday. I started reading Gossip Girl to fill in the time before I could get to the library, and I really didn't like it. So I'm now on to The Notebook, and I may do a review of that, and it depends how things go. So yeah, I really hope you go check this out. If you want your book reviewed and you're on Wattpad or even on any writing site, let me know. I'll happily do it. I like reading new books. I will be honest though, but not in a mean way. So yeah, just let me know and stuff, and I hope you enjoyed this, and goodbye.